Have you ever visited a beautiful place and felt something strange, like you were not alone? Canada is full of amazing natural spots, but some of them hold dark secrets and spooky stories. From ghostly lights to haunted tunnels and old buildings, these places make you wonder what really hides in the shadows. If you love mystery and a little bit of fear, get ready to explore 10 of the most haunted natural places in Canada. These stories are real and waiting for you to discover. If you love spooky stories and real-life mysteries, hit that subscribe button and join us on this thrilling journey. Don't miss out on the chills ahead. Number 1, Banff Springs Hotel, Alberta. The Banff Springs Hotel in Alberta is one of Canada's most famous haunted places. It is located in the beautiful Rocky Mountains and has been welcoming guests for over 100 years. While the hotel is known for its luxury and amazing views, it also has a darker side. Many people believe that it is haunted by several ghosts, and stories have been shared for many years. One of the most well-known ghost stories is about a bride who died on her wedding day. According to the story, she was walking down a staircase in her wedding dress when she tripped and fell. Some say her dress caught on fire from the candles that lit the stairs. Since then, guests and hotel workers have claimed to see a woman in a white dress dancing alone in the ballroom or walking quietly through the halls. She is known as the Ghost Bride, and is one of the most talked about spirits at the hotel. Another famous ghost is a former bellman named Sam Macaulay. He worked at the hotel in the 1960s and loved his job. People say that even after his death, he stayed at the hotel to help guests. Visitors have reported seeing an old man in a uniform helping with luggage, then disappearing. Some say doors open by themselves or elevators stop at the wrong floor, and they believe it is Sam still doing his job. There is also a story about room 873, which is no longer available to guests. Some people say a family was murdered in that room many years ago. After that, guests staying in the room reported strange things like screams, bloody handprints on mirrors, and cold spots. The hotel later sealed off the room, and now there is only a blank wall where the door used to be. Staff members avoid talking about it, which makes the mystery even stronger. Even though there are many ghost stories, the Banff Springs Hotel is still a popular place to stay. Many guests come hoping to experience something supernatural. Others just enjoy the beautiful location and rich history. Whether or not you believe in ghosts, the hotel's stories are a big part of its charm and attraction. In the end, the Banff Springs Hotel is a mix of beauty, history, and mystery. It's a place where the past feels very close, and some say the spirits have never left. Number 2, Screaming Tunnel, Niagara Falls, Ontario. The Screaming Tunnel is a small, dark tunnel located near Niagara Falls, Ontario. It is made of stone and runs under a railway track. Even though it looks peaceful during the day, many people say it becomes scary at night. The tunnel is known for a strange legend and creepy sounds that have made it one of Canada's most haunted places. The most famous story linked to the Screaming Tunnel is about a young girl who died there. There are a few versions of the story, but the most common one says that many years ago, a little girl ran into the tunnel trying to escape a fire. Some say her house nearby was on fire, and she was badly burned. Others say someone set her on fire on purpose. She died inside the tunnel, and people believe her spirit never left. Visitors often say that if you go into the tunnel at night and light a match, you will hear the girl's scream before the flame goes out. Many people have tried this, and some say they really heard a scream or felt a sudden cold wind. The scream is said to be loud, painful, and full of fear. It is this sound that gave the tunnel its name. There is no proof that the story of the burning girl is true, but the legend has become very popular. Local people and tourists still visit the tunnel, especially around Halloween. Some say they feel strange when they walk through it, like they are being watched or followed. Others have said they hear whispers or footsteps even when no one else is around. The tunnel itself is not very long. It is about 16 feet high and 125 feet long, made of old stone and always damp. Water drips from the ceiling, and the air inside feels cold, even on warm days. This adds to the spooky feeling, making the experience even more intense for visitors. Even though it is a scary place for many, the Screaming Tunnel is still a popular tourist spot. It has been featured in books, movies, and ghost tours. People visit for different reasons, some out of curiosity, some for fun, and some to see if the ghost story is real. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the tunnel continues to be one of the most talked about haunted places in Canada. Number 3. Cape Breton Highlands, Nova Scotia. The Cape Breton Highlands in Nova Scotia is a beautiful and wild natural area. It is known for its mountains, forests, and ocean views. Many people visit the Cape Breton Highlands National Park to hike, camp, and enjoy nature. But along with the beauty, there are also many ghost stories and strange experiences reported by visitors and locals. Some believe that the highlands are home to spirits and mysterious forces that cannot be explained. One of the most well-known stories from this area is about ghostly figures that appear along the Cabot Trail, a famous road that winds through the park. Some drivers have said they saw people walking on the side of the road who suddenly disappear. Others have reported seeing a woman dressed in old clothes, standing alone and staring into the woods. When people stop to help or talk to her, she vanishes without a sound. There are also reports of strange lights in the sky or deep in the forest. These lights move quickly and do not behave like normal flashlights or car lights. Some people think they are spirits or energy from the land itself. Others believe the lights could be from something not of this world. These lights have been seen by many people over the years, and no one has been able to explain them clearly. Another story talks about a haunted lake deep in the highlands. People have said that when they camp near this lake, they hear whispering voices at night. Some even say they see shadows moving across the water, even when no one else is around. The stories are often told by hikers who choose to camp far from the main roads, deep in the wilderness. The Mi'kmaq people, the indigenous group native to this region, have also shared many old legends about spirits in the highlands. They believe that the land is alive and full of energy. Some of their stories talk about protectors of the forest, and others warn of spirits that do not like to be disturbed. These stories have been passed down for generations and are treated with deep respect. Even though the Cape Breton Highlands are full of ghost stories, they remain a peaceful and popular place to visit. The mix of natural beauty and mystery makes it special. For some, the strange experiences make the visit more exciting. Whether or not you believe in ghosts, the highlands have a magical feeling that many people never forget. Number 4. St. Louis Ghost Light, Saskatchewan. The St. Louis Ghost Light is a strange and famous mystery in Saskatchewan, Canada. It is also known as the St. Louis Light or the St. Louis Ghost Train. This strange light has been seen near the small town of St. Louis, along an old railway line that is no longer in use. For many years, people have reported seeing a bright white light moving up and down the tracks, even though no train runs there anymore. The light usually appears at night and moves like the headlight of a train. Sometimes it is small and far away. Other times, it gets very bright and seems to come closer before disappearing suddenly. Many people have tried to explain what it is, but no one has given a clear answer. Some say it is a ghost, while others believe it is a trick of the eyes or caused by natural energy in the area. One popular legend says that the light comes from the ghost of a railway worker who lost his head in an accident long ago. According to the story, the man was working on the tracks when he was hit by a train. Some versions say he was carrying a lantern when it happened. People believe the ghost now walks the tracks, looking for his missing head, and the light people see is from his lantern. Over the years, many scientists, students, and TV shows have tried to study the light. In one case, high school students won a science award for a project suggesting that the light was caused by car headlights from a nearby highway. But even with this idea, not everyone agrees. Some people say they saw the light before the highway was built. Others say it moves in ways that headlights cannot explain. The St. Louis Ghost Light has become a local legend and even a tourist attraction. People from different parts of Canada come to try and see the light for themselves. Some visitors camp near the area or wait for hours in hopes of seeing it. Not everyone sees the light, but those who do often say it feels creepy or exciting. Even today, the St. Louis ghost light remains a mystery. Whether it is a spirit, a natural light, or just an illusion, it continues to interest and scare people. It is one of Canada's most famous ghost stories connected to a natural place, and many people still search for answers. Number 5. Tranquil Sanatorium, British Columbia. Tranquil Sanatorium is a large, abandoned hospital near Kamloops in British Columbia. It was first built in the early 1900s to treat people with tuberculosis, a deadly lung disease at that time. Back then, there was no cure, so patients stayed for months or even years. The hospital was far away from towns so that the disease wouldn't spread. Over time, the sanatorium became like a small village with its own farms, houses, and even a school. Later, when tuberculosis was no longer a big problem, the building was used as a mental hospital until it finally closed in the 1980s. Since the hospital closed, many people have said it is haunted. The buildings are old and falling apart, and nature is slowly taking over. Visitors often say the place feels very strange, even in daylight. People who have walked through the empty halls say they have heard whispers, footsteps, or doors slamming on their own. Some say they felt cold spots or had the feeling that someone was watching them, even though no one else was there. One of the most famous parts of Tranquil Sanatorium is the underground tunnel system. These tunnels were used to move food, laundry, and even patients between buildings without going outside. Today, the tunnels are dark and creepy, and many people believe they are haunted. Visitors have reported hearing voices, cries, and strange sounds coming from the tunnels. Some even say they have seen ghostly shadows moving in the dark. There are many stories about the spirits of patients who died in the hospital. Some believe the spirits are still trapped there, especially those who died alone or in pain. Ghost hunters and paranormal investigators have visited Tranquil and reported strange activity, including voices on recordings and unexplained movements. Today, Tranquil is closed to the public most of the time, but special ghost tours and events are sometimes held. People from all over come to explore the haunted buildings and learn about the history. Some come for fun, while others are serious about finding proof of ghosts. The place has also been used for filming movies and TV shows because of its spooky look. Tranquil Sanatorium is a place where history and mystery come together. Whether or not you believe in ghosts, the stories and the atmosphere make it one of the most haunted natural places in Canada. The quiet ruins and dark tunnels keep the secrets of the past alive. Number 6. Red River, Manitoba. The Red River in Manitoba is a large river that flows through several towns and cities, including Winnipeg. It is an important river for travel, history, and nature. But the Red River is also known for its dark side. Over the years, many strange and sad events have happened along its waters, and some people believe it is haunted. One of the most well-known and heartbreaking stories connected to the Red River is about the many missing and murdered Indigenous women whose bodies were found in or near the river. For many families, the river has become a painful reminder of those who were lost. Because of this, some people believe the spirits of these women still remain near the water. They say the river carries not just water, but the memories and souls of those who died there. Locals have shared stories about seeing ghostly figures near the riverbanks, especially at night. Some say they have seen women dressed in white, standing silently by the water or slowly walking along the edge. Others have heard soft crying or whispering sounds when no one else was around. These reports have continued for many years and have added to the belief that the Red River is haunted. There are also older stories from Indigenous cultures that speak about the spiritual power of the river. For the Métis and First Nations people, the Red River is a place with deep cultural meaning. Some stories talk about spirits that live in the water or along the shores. These spirits are not always harmful, but they are believed to be powerful and must be respected. Some elders say that if you are not respectful to the land and water, the spirits may try to send a warning. During the spring, the Red River often floods, and this too has been seen as a sign by some people. The flooding has caused damage and even death in the past. Some say the river takes back what it is owed, and that it remembers everything that has happened along its path. Even though it is a place of beauty, with walking paths and parks along its sides, the Red River holds a deep and emotional history. The mix of natural danger, real tragedies, and ghost stories make it one of the most mysterious places in Canada. For many, it is more than just a river, it is a place filled with sorrow, memories, and unanswered questions. Number 7. Gibraltar Point Lighthouse, Toronto Islands, Ontario. The Gibraltar Point Lighthouse is one of the oldest lighthouses in Canada. It was built in 1808 on the Toronto Islands, just off the shore of downtown Toronto. The lighthouse was used to guide ships safely through Lake Ontario, especially at night or during bad weather. It is no longer in use today, but the building still stands and has become well known for its ghost stories. The most famous ghost story linked to the lighthouse is about its first lighthouse keeper, a man named John Paul Radlemuller. He was in charge of the lighthouse in the early 1800s. According to the legend, in 1815, 2 soldiers from Fort York came to visit him. Some say they were looking for alcohol because Radlemuller was known to make his own beer. A fight broke out, and the soldiers killed him. After that, they tried to hide the crime by cutting up his body and burying the pieces near the lighthouse. For many years, people believed this was just a scary story. But in the late 1800s, workers found bones near the lighthouse, including a part of a jawbone. This discovery made people believe the murder really happened. Since then, the story of Radlemuller's ghost has become part of Toronto's history. Visitors and lighthouse staff have reported strange experiences at Gibraltar Point. Some say they have heard footsteps on the stairs when no one is there. Others have heard doors opening and closing on their own, or felt cold spots inside the tower. A few people even say they have seen a ghostly figure near the lighthouse, especially at night. They believe it could be the spirit of Radlemuller, still trying to tell his story or find peace. The lighthouse is located in a quiet area surrounded by trees and water, which makes it feel even more mysterious. It is not open to the public every day, but sometimes special tours are offered. People who take these tours often go to learn about the history of the lighthouse, but many are also curious to see if they experience anything paranormal. Even after more than 200 years, the story of Gibraltar Point Lighthouse continues to be told. It is a place where real history and ghost stories come together. Whether or not you believe in ghosts, the lighthouse remains one of the most haunted and interesting places in Canada. Number 8. Ghost Road, Port Perry, Ontario. Ghost Road is a quiet, rural road near Port Perry in Ontario. Its real name is Mississauga's Trail, but most people call it Ghost Road because of the strange and creepy things that have been reported there. This road has become famous in Canada for its ghost stories and unexplained events. Many people have visited it at night, hoping to see something supernatural. The most common story about Ghost Road is the appearance of a bright light that seems to chase people. According to legend, the light comes from the ghost of a man who died on the road many years ago. Some versions of the story say he was riding a motorcycle and crashed into a fence. Others say he was hit by a car while walking late at night. People believe the light is from his ghost, still searching for his lost head or looking for help. Visitors have described the light as small at first, then growing bigger and moving quickly toward them. Some say it suddenly disappears, while others say it passes by and leaves them feeling cold or scared. There are also reports of strange noises, like footsteps, whispers, or the sound of an engine that never arrives. Ghost hunters and thrill seekers often go to this road at night. Some have taken photos or videos, trying to capture the ghost light. A few people claim to have seen a shadowy figure standing near the trees or walking along the side of the road. These sightings have only added to the mystery. Some people have tried to explain the ghost light in scientific ways. One idea is that the light is caused by headlights from faraway cars, shining through the trees in a strange way. Others think it might be from natural gases in the area or a trick of the eyes in the dark. But these explanations don't satisfy everyone, especially those who say they've had personal, frightening experiences. Even though there is no solid proof that Ghost Road is truly haunted, the stories continue to grow. Locals warn people to be careful if they visit at night, and some believe it's better not to disturb the spirits at all. Whether it's just an old legend or something real, Ghost Road remains one of Ontario's most talked about haunted places. The mix of quiet countryside, darkness, and ghost stories makes Ghost Road both exciting and scary. It is a place where mystery lives, and where many still go looking for answers. Number 9. Lake Minnewanka, Alberta. Lake Minnewanka is a large, beautiful lake located near the town of Banff in Alberta, Canada. It is a popular place for boating, hiking, and sightseeing, and is known for its clear water and mountain views. But behind its natural beauty, Lake Minnewanka also has a mysterious and spooky history. Many people believe the lake is haunted, and over the years, visitors have reported strange and unexplained events. The name Minnewanka comes from the Stoney Nakoda people, an indigenous group native to the area. It means, Lake of the Spirits. Long before Europeans arrived, the local people believed that powerful spirits lived in the lake. They respected the water and were careful not to anger the spirits. These old beliefs are still remembered today and are part of what gives the lake its haunted reputation. One of the most interesting facts about Lake Minnewanka is that there is a town buried under the water. In the early 1900s, a small village called Minnewanka Landing was built along the shore. It had homes, hotels, and a boat dock. But in 1941, a dam was built to provide electricity, and the water level rose, flooding the entire village. The buildings were left behind and are still underwater today. Some scuba divers have explored the sunken town, and some say they felt like they were being watched or followed while diving. Over the years, people visiting the lake have reported hearing strange noises, like whispers or footsteps, even when no one else was around. Some say they have seen ghostly figures standing by the water or walking along the shoreline. Others have experienced sudden cold spots, even on warm days, or feelings of fear for no clear reason. There are also stories of a ghost boat that appears on the lake. A few people have claimed to see an old-fashioned boat with no one in it, floating quietly before disappearing into the mist. These stories have never been proven, but they add to the mystery and make people curious about the lake. Despite the ghost stories, Lake Minnewanka remains a popular tourist spot. Many people visit every year to enjoy its natural beauty and learn about its history. For some, the chance to experience something paranormal makes the visit even more exciting. Whether you believe in spirits or not, Lake Minnewanka is a place full of legend, history. Number 10. Keg Mansion Grounds, Toronto, Ontario. The Keg Mansion is a well-known restaurant in Toronto, Ontario. But before it became a place to eat, it was a grand old house with a long history. Built in the late 1800s, the mansion was once the home of wealthy families. Over time, the building changed hands and eventually became a restaurant called the Keg. While it is now famous for its steaks, the mansion is also known for something else: ghost stories. Many people who have worked at the Keg Mansion say the building is haunted. Employees and visitors have reported strange things happening inside the restaurant. Some have seen shadows moving in empty rooms or felt sudden cold spots without explanation. Others say they have heard footsteps in the hallways when no one else was around. Sometimes, doors open or close by themselves. One of the most famous spirits said to haunt the Keg Mansion is that of a former owner named Sir Henry Pellet. He was a rich businessman in Toronto and is better known for building Casa Loma, a famous castle-like house in the city. Some believe his spirit still visits the mansion. People say they have seen a man in old-fashioned clothing walking through the rooms or standing near the windows. Another ghost story involves a little girl who some people say haunts the mansion. Visitors have reported hearing children's laughter or seeing small figures that quickly disappear. Some think this could be the spirit of a child who once lived in the house or someone connected to the mansion's past. The mansion's old design and history add to the spooky feeling, The building has thick walls, wooden staircases, and rooms with antique furniture, which create a mysterious atmosphere. At night, the shadows and quiet halls make it easy to imagine ghosts might be present. Despite the ghost stories, the Keg Mansion remains a popular place for dining. Many guests visit for the food and the historic charm. For those interested in the paranormal, the stories add extra excitement to their visit. Staff members often share their experiences with visitors, keeping the tales alive. The Keg Mansion is a mix of history, elegance, and mystery. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the mansion's haunted reputation is part of what makes it special. It stands as a reminder of Toronto's past and the stories that live on in old buildings.